Hi, my name is Sean. We're going to do some seated Qigong today for weight loss and digestion, okay? So the first movement here is kind of like pulling down the sky if you've seen some of my other videos, but we're going to add a sound to it, okay? So what we do here is we just kind of sit up here, get in a nice relaxed position, okay? Have our hands to the side. And we're going to raise our hands up. And as we raise our hands up, we're going to breathe in. Okay, so we breathe in. Tilt our palms skyward. And then we're going to exhale. Okay, so this is the basic kind of pulling down the sky movement. And then we're going to add the sound, like you say, she. It goes, she. You can do it under your breath as well, where it's like more of a or more vocal. She. This is good for kind of cooling down your body if you're feeling a little too hot, a little agitated. Just go she. Just kind of like you're pulling up like white light as you're coming up, and just kind of letting it flow through your body and cool your body. She. Do this about 6 times, she, or as many as 18 times, okay? She. But don't worry if you can't keep track of the number. Just do whatever feels comfortable, okay? She. Okay, so we're letting our hands go out to the side. We inhale, flip them up, and then we exhale as we come downward. She. Breathing in. Okay, we're going to do it without sound here. And it's just a good movement as well without the sound. And it's more like the closing movement we call pulling down the sky, pulling down heaven. Good movement in general. Okay, we're going to move on now. Okay, we're going to do a little pressure points on our legs here. So if you have the flexibility, you can move your leg up here. And so you find your shin bone here, or the tibia, okay? So you go just a little bit out here, like less than an inch here, and a little bit less than an inch inside, and you just kind of press. Now don't press on the bone, go off the bone and just kind of press down, just hold. And then you first find any tender spots. You can linger there if you want to. Don't hurt your leg, just kind of press gently, okay? In Chinese medicine systems, acupuncture systems, acupressure systems, this is the spleen and stomach channel. More on the outside is the stomach channel, more on the inside is the spleen channel, and they all deal with digestion, things like that, okay? And also generally in strength as well, okay? And sort of general constitution, if you're feeling weak, things like that. And you just kind of work down here, you know. And you can stay here for a while doing this if you like. You could do this, 9 times one way, 9 times another way, or any number that feels comfortable to you. And another way to do that is just to rub. I'm just kind of more doing like a massage. You can kind of get the whole area here as well. So it's more gentle, not as much pressure here, but just more of a gentle rub here. And you can choose to emphasize either more towards the front or more towards the back, whatever feels good for you, okay? And now we're gonna switch legs here. To the same thing here. Again, do a little pressure points here, kind of off the tibia and the other side as well, and just kind of work your way down. Okay. There's a famous point they call leg 3 mile, kind of closer to your knee on the outer aspects, and they always thought that was good for digestion and general strength. And it's on the stomach channel, and one of my teachers used to joke, it's like, okay, so maybe you ate too much and things like that, so maybe you need to go walk 3 miles, because they call leg 3 mile. But historically, some of the Chinese military, things like that, they would actually needle that point with acupuncture or use something called like heat therapy, called moxibustion, in order to be able to keep marching and things like that, okay? So you just kind of work up and down, just with intention, nice and slow. You can slow it down. You can go slower than what I'm doing now. And of course, you can also just do like the general kind of rub here, where you're just kind of going on the surface of the skin. You know, you can get a lot of mileage just by working on the skin. There's a lot of things in there as far as within the skin itself that can activate some pain relief, as far as improving blood circulation, activating your body's natural endorphins, things like fibroblasts, which helps you grow more skin, or collagen, things like that. Yeah, there's a whole industry of wellness practitioners who kind of mobilize things like that. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's how you kind of work the lower portion of your spleen and stomach channel. And another way you can do it is kind of more locally. So we're going to come up to the abdominal area here. So and so you're here. So just think about, you got your sternum, your ribs coming in. Just come just a little bit below them. This is kind of what they call the epigastrium area, kind of where your stomach generally is on your body, okay? A lot of us think of it's lower. That's actually more intestine. So it's really up here, more higher here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to also massage our stomach and spleen channel again, but we're going to do it in a different way. So we're going to breathe in, let our hands separate, and as we go down, we're going to go down the sides of our thighs and legs and go down as much as you're comfortable, okay? Then we're going to go to the inside. And again, breathing in as we come up. Go up the center, towards the center. Then you separate again, go down and out. So we're going down the stomach channel. Okay, roundabouts. And then we're going back up the spleen channel. There's other channels there as well, but that's what we're aiming for, okay? Breathe in. And exhale as you go down. And you can do this, you can do them in sets of 3, sets of 6, you can do 9, you can do 8, whatever feels good for you here. You can actually add a visualization here, so where you got like you have like an energy ball, and you kind of split it, and you're just letting that little energy ball go down. These channels were associated with the color yellow, so you can visualize yellow if you like, coming in. That comes from the earth element. They were associated with the earth. What comes from the earth? Plants, nourishment, things that grow. And why yellow? Why yellow? Well, probably they were thinking about the silt type of soil from like the Yangtze River Valley. That's like one of my teachers. That's how she explained it. Okay. As opposed to, I'm from Georgia. It would have been red because we had a lot of red clay there. But, they didn't come up with it. Okay. I'm coming in. Breathing in. Okay. So that's a good one there. And then you can actually focus more on your stomach as well. This could be a part of this last movement, or you could make it its own little meditation where your hands are kind of here, again, over your stomach here. And we just kind of breathe in. And as we breathe in, our hands come up off just like an inch or two. As we exhale, they go back. Breathe in and out. Breathing in and out. If you want to add a visualization when you're doing this, so you kind of, just picture as you're breathing in, like you're breathing in white light to your abdominal or stomach area. And as you're breathing out, you're kind of sealing it in and with more of a yellow light. Okay, so breathing in. And then you just see it kind of adding to that yellow in your stomach, okay? Or gold if you like. If you prefer gold, you can kind of make it more there, more of an amber, whatever yellow you align with, okay? Or no color, if you don't like color. You can just keep it white, or just breathe. You can do this about 9 times, okay? Okay. And how you can bring your hands down here. A couple of things you can do here now. You could rub your belly if you wanted to. You could rub your belly to kind of promote peristalsis, or the flow of digestion. So if you look down, you're looking down like you're going. If you're looking at a clock, so you're kind of going clockwise. Okay. So you're going up the ascending colon, through the transverse colon, down to the descending colon. So you're going with the flow of digestion, okay? And you do that so many times, like 12 times, 36 times. Just pick a number, okay? And however many you did on one side, do the other side. Some of my teachers would say, if you're feeling more towards loose stools, loose bowel movements, things like that, go this way, go more, favor more to the counterclockwise. If you're tending more towards constipation, firm stools, things like that, you can go more to the clockwise direction. Okay. And again, if you don't know which you are or what you like, just do so many one side, so many the other side. Okay, so we're going to do something called tongue curling now. Okay, so this beginning movement when we were doing like this, that was kind of the healing sound for the triple burner or Sun Jiao channel. It kind of deals with fluid respiration. In Chinese medicine, I kind of translate that to kind of metabolism, things like that. So if you hold this area and this area in your fingers, ring finger to thumb finger, that kind of activates that Sun Jiao channel, or also known as the triple burner, okay, associated with the fire element. So you kind of breathe in and out, and just kind of picture your belly kind of being full here. And it's what you need here. So you can actually picture like there's a little fire down there, like a little fireball kind of in your lower abdominal area if you want to. Just kind of picture it there, and you breathe in. And the reason we do this is we're trying to basically, help our digestion move, activate it. It kind of corresponds to just like about 1 inch or so, or 2 inches below your navel, and kind of just center your body. And just breathe in as you do this a couple times. And then if you want to make it more about controlling your appetite, you can kind of just let go of that visualization about the belly and just kind of curl your tongue back, curl it back. Don't gag, but your tongue's kind of going back like this. You're back like this, and you hold this, and you just breathe in and out. So I got to kind of breathe through my nose as I do this. Okay, so my teacher would advise, Suzanne Friedman would advise, like, do it about 3 to 5 minutes each day. Like, you could do it twice a day. If you're having the urge to be hungry. And when I do this little mudra or hand sign here, it actually makes my belly feel like it's kind of full, like it's distending a little bit here. And so you can do that with the tongue curling. And you just kind of picture yourself being full, like being satisfied. If you want to add the fire visualization, you can do that as well. Okay, so we'll end with how we began with the Qi healing sound, just a balance. In case healing sounds are balancing, so they will help us kind of regulate things a little bit. So we'll just do it as we let our hands come up and down and go Qi. Do however many you want. 3, 6, 9, 8. Just gonna do a couple more. And last one. Thank you. Please like and subscribe.